Hi friend, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I help entrepreneurs and executives just like you build profitable, purpose-filled personal brands. It has been a while since I've been here with you and I'm just so glad you're here and I'm glad I'm here. It has been a minute, but I'm back to making videos, so I hope that you'll stick around with me and enjoy these videos. I really have taken some time to figure out what it is that all of you need help with in personal branding. Like, what are the questions in your mind? If you have questions about personal branding, go ahead and leave those for me in the comments because I'm here for you. I'm here to help guide and answer any questions that I can. My name is Danielle Kimmey Torrez. I've been in marketing for about 15 years and I've built several multi-million-dollar brands, and that's a passion of mine. So I want to help you do that as well. All right, I am doing this video without editing, and not because there's this huge YouTube trend right now to not edit. I'm doing it with no editing because I don't have the time to edit, and I really want to make sure to get this video out to you today. So let's get into 3 major tips for building your uniqueness in your personal brand. I see so many people overcomplicating this, and it just doesn't need to be this way. So there's 3 major things that are going to help differentiate you in the market, and let's get into them. Tip number 1, what comes easily to you? I want you to get out a pen and a paper and literally write down all the things that are extremely easy for you, the skills that you've amassed in your career, the things that other people ask you for your help with. Now, you might say that thing, like, that's nothing, but just because it's easy to you doesn't mean it's easy to anybody else. Trust me on this one. I have a friend who is so talented. She writes contracts, she writes just about anything. She is super great at caring for people. She is super great at conflict resolution, all these things. And when I tell her what her unique skills are, she says, oh no, anybody can do that, that's so easy. And I'm like, girl, it is not so easy. If it was so easy, everybody would do it. But the truth is, there are things that come easily to you that could be a major unlock for someone else. Like, it could solve someone else's biggest problem or issue. So write down every single skill that you've amassed in your career, every skill you've amassed if you're a parent, like what that teaches you, if you're a leader, what you've learned in leadership, whatever it may be, write those things down, because that's going to be one of 3 major things that's going to help you find your uniqueness. Tip number 2 is, what have you overcome? I think for so many of us, it can be difficult to really share our personal story, our personal experiences, especially over social media, because are we just telling our whole lives to strangers? The things, the challenges that we faced alone and overcame it, it's hard to say, okay, now I'm gonna tell every single person on the internet. But here's the thing, telling your personal story isn't just so that you can blast the internet with a woe is me. Telling your personal story is important because you need people to feel connected to you, to the authentic, real version of you. And this one is tricky for me, actually, because vulnerability is not my strength. I grew up in the spotlight, grew up as a singer. Everyone always expects you to be perfect. And so then before you know it, that's just what you show the world, because it gives you a lot less criticism. It's a lot easier just to be like, okay, I got it all together, here we go. But the truth is, I've faced tons of challenges, financial challenges, relational challenges, business challenges. And if I or if you are afraid to talk to the world about them, then you're going to have a brand that feels distant and cold and not something that people want to really connect with. So yeah, tip number 2, what have you overcome? Because your uniqueness lies in the challenges that you've already faced. Because remember, you are best equipped to serve the former version of yourself. So we're talking about personal brand, we're talking about building something that is purpose-filled and profitable, And the way to do that is to identify people who have been through or are going through what you've already been through. And because of your story, you really have something to give to them. You have, you understand their problem. And in a lot of ways, you probably understand the solution better than anybody else who hasn't had that specific life experience. Tip number 3, what are your biggest interests? Now, some people build a personal brand on skills, or they build a personal brand on story, but it's really your skills, your story, and your interests that need to come together to really make your unique advantage. Why? Because when you build on skills, I hope you'll trust me on this, you're setting yourself up for major boredom, okay? If you're only building on this thing that you're really good at, it doesn't mean that it's the thing you're passionate about. So along with what you're good at and what you've been through, you also want to write down everything that you're interested in. What do you research on your free time? Like when you hear a conversation, what makes you lean in? What do you read about? These are incredibly important things to deciphering and figuring out what it is that you would like to build your personal brand on. Because remember, if you really want to find your uniqueness and you want your brand to just cut through the noise in this market, the best way to do that is what we've said in this video. It is write down and figure out all your skills and the things that come easily to you. Write down your story, the things that you've overcome, no matter how painful, you may have just overcome it. It doesn't matter. You can be one day or one step in front of somebody and be the guide to help them move forward. And then 3, what are you passionate about? What are your true interests? And at the intersection of those 3 things is where your unique personal brand lies. So I hope this was helpful, just a quick video, just a reminder that you don't have to overcomplicate these things. Really, truly, you don't. And if this is something you figured out, if you know, hey, I know what my where my uniqueness is and what I want to build a personal brand, leave it in the comments. I want to know. I want to support you. If it's your Instagram or your YouTube or whatever, leave that in the comments as well. I'm going to support you in everything that you're doing to build a profitable and purpose-filled brand. If you don't know what your personal brand needs to be, or you don't know what your uniqueness is, drop in the comments what you feel like is holding you back. Do you need to dig and find more information? Do you need to just sit down and take a day and write these things out and really dig deep inside and figure out what is it that makes me so unique that I would want to put my stake in the ground and wave my flag about? For me, it's personal branding. I do have so many years in marketing and business strategy, but I've found that it's helping individual people build something that helps you leave an impact that is my true passion. So that's why I'm here. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I have lots more videos for you to watch. Enjoy those on my YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.